Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame. I'm coming at y'all from the house looking crazy. Y'all, anyway, this review is gonna be on some straight up foolishness. So y'all go ahead and buckle in tight because this is gonna be an ignorant ride. Y'all, so this review is for the Real Housewives. Oh, look, y'all, I done messed up already. The Real Sidechicks. Let me get that all the way right. The Real Sidechicks of Charlotte. So, you know, as the name suggests, this is about to be some foolishness. Y'all, so the show come on, and I'm just like, okay. They have these two women in bed, sleep, or whatever. And I'm like, okay. Oh, all right. And they end up waking up because this dude walks in the bedroom and he looking like, what's going on up in here? Like, he looking like, okay, I don't know what's going on. And one of the girls starts going back and forth with him. And I'm confused, like, okay, why is he walking in there? Like, is this a situation type of a situationship, I guess? Or I don't know the politically correct term to use. I don't want to say threesome. Is this some kind of polygamist type of situation? I don't know. So it gets to the point where they are fighting, like not just cussing each other out, like literally hitting each other, and you're getting your head, you're in a, why can't I think of the word, y'all? So, like, I don't know what's going on. Oh my God, you're getting chokehold. People in chokeholds, dude kind of slammed the girl on the bed a little bit. I was like, what is going, like, and you could tell that it was like, if it wasn't real, they did the most. I was like, what is wrong with y'all? So, the fight went from the room to like kind of outside the room and then back in the room. So at one point in time, when they went outside the room to fight, the girl that was left in the room was like, ain't no B in here. This ain't no B. You know what I'm saying? Because the dude kept, you know, calling the girl out her name. So I was like, what is that B doing in here? Or whatever he was talking about. The girl just kept saying, I ain't no B or whatever. Y'all, I don't really cuss, so I'm just going to be saying B and things like that. Y'all, so anyway, it got to the point where he would not leave. Like, she kept saying, you need to get out of my house. How did you even get in here? And all this other stuff. And then, like I said, it got to the point where she was like, you need to leave my house. They ended up fast forwarding to her basically showing that he was outside and the police rolled up and he got arrested because he wouldn't leave the premises. And I was just looking like, okay, what is really going on right here? This is crazy. Y'all, so then the next scene come on and there's this girl sitting in a room waiting to audition for something. And then this other girl who goes by the name of Zarby walks in and I'm just like, okay, all right. So I was just like, okay, this is random. Why would she just be coming to something like this? What is going on? I'm very confused as to why she would be just showing up at a place like this. So to make a long story short, Zarby is a stripper. And she came in there to tell the girl, like, you know, hey, how you doing? And to discuss how she's a side chick and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, okay, y'all doing the most. And, you know, she was like, girl, I want you, you know, to come in the club with me sometime. I want you to dance with me and all this other stuff. So I was just like, okay, y'all are doing the most yet again, like I said. And y'all, it's really all too much. And like, I'm already a little bit tired. Like, I can't. Like, I'm tired for real. Like, I'm just like, what is going on in y'all's lives? Y'all, so, you know, apparently the girl, I don't know why I forgot her name all of a sudden. Apparently she has a nice body. And that's why the girl was like, yeah, I want you to come dance with me. You would make a lot of money. And she was like, oh, I'm trying to do all this other stuff. She was like, I don't know about all that. And then she was like, well, just come down there and just, I guess hang out with her. And she was like, I mean, I might do that, I guess. So then, they went on about their business. Then it goes to another thing, y'all. If you know who Mariah Lynn is from Love and Hip Hop New York, I guess the original, I think that's the one that she's on. Anyway, Mariah Lynn, like I said, that's basically who this girl is, but the Charlotte, North Carolina version. Y'all, they come on and she's in the booth, in the studio, in the wherever you want to say she at. And supposed to be doing something. And all you hear is all this stuff that's layered over her vocals. Like, I can't tell if she's supposed to be singing, rapping, a mixture of that. I don't know. But anyway, you could tell that somebody's mixing and mastering all kinds of stuff in order for you to halfway know what's going on. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So she's in the middle of the session, and then this dude walks in, and he goes by the name of Nicky Bands. Y'all, he ugly. I can't do it. He is ugly. And, she, basically stop everything she doing. And he gonna come in there to me, yeah, you basically tried to read her, talking about, she need to do that all over again. And I was just like, okay, you just walked in, and who are you? And you look a mess. So, anyway. So, she all happy to see him. And he literally is there less than 5 minutes before. He gets this phone call, text messages, whatever is happening. And he was like, oh, I got an emergency. I got to go. And so she was like, oh, well, what's wrong? And he just kept saying, I got an emergency. And then it goes from I have an emergency to my Uber outside. Yeah, I got to go ahead and go handle something. My Uber outside. And she was like, what? I'm confused. That makes no sense. Like, the stuff he was saying seriously didn't make no sense. Because why she's saying it don't make no sense. Why he's trying to maneuver through these lies. Talking about he got to do all this stuff. Anybody who has eyes and who has ears and you are hearing this foolishness come out of his mouth, you are looking at him like, what are you talking about? How do you go from having an emergency to, oh, my Uber outside? Y'all, anyway, that situation happened. And so, like, one of her friends drops by the studio and they're talking to her. And so, she's still, like, in her feelings because she basically stopped her session to, talk to him, catch up with him a little bit. And then he left very abruptly. Like, I don't really believe he was there even 5 minutes. So while she's in the middle of talking to this girl who I don't even, y'all, this episode isn't amazing enough for me right now to even discuss and be like, ooh, this what this person's name is. This, like, everybody's name right now. Like, I can't. It ended up going to the point where she explained to her what happened. And so while she's in the middle of explaining to the girl what happened, when he came in the studio and did all that stuff, this guy calls her. And I guess he's like a really close gay friend of hers. And so he talking to her like, girl, you ain't gonna never guess who I just saw. And so, he talking to her. And so he's explaining to her that he just saw Nicky Bands getting into a vehicle with, I think it was the girl who was in the audition. I think her name is Shador. The girl who I told y'all I couldn't think of what her name was. It was Shador and Zarby. So I think he got in the car either with Zarby or Shador. Anyway, so she was looking like, what are you talking about? So she ends up getting off the phone with him. And then she kind of like upset, like, how you gonna leave me to go with her? And, she already knows her role as a side chick. The other girl was like, look, I don't even know why you so upset about her. You might as well go ahead and get out your feelings about him meeting up with her because he got a whole wife at the house. I was like, come on now. And who marrying him? Like, what is going on? He must have some good money because he is ugly. Y'all, I can't do it. I'm telling you, if you find this show, look it up. It's a show that comes on YouTube. Y'all, excuse that beeping because I ain't got the money right now to buy batteries. I might buy some Friday. I had a whole lot of other things that needed to have been purchased between last week and this week. So, Y'all gonna hear beeping quite a bit. So I apologize in advance. Y'all, but anyway, she in her feelings. She was like, what you mean married? Y'all, anyway. So, let me see. I don't want to miss nothing. Yeah, so she in her feelings about that. So then it goes to their own little so-called, it's not even commercials. It's like debuting the songs that you hear throughout the video. So then they end up actually going to, let me see if I can see the name of it. It's called Somebody's Carpet. Let me see if I can find it. Anyway, this is when they end up introducing another person who actually is a stripper herself, who goes by the name of Storm. And y'all, excuse me, I had a phone call come in. Y'all ended up showing her at the end of the night counting money in the back, and she in her feelings, and because she doesn't really want to strip anymore, and the dude she's dating doesn't agree with that particular lifestyle and wants her to get out of that as well, and you know, whatever. So she's talking to this other girl about that, and then there's this other random girl that's in the room, and it's like they kept panning the camera back and forth between the two of them. I'm like, why do they keep showing this other girl? Oh Lord, the other girl, she's like standing at her locker, and she ends up getting like a phone call, and come to find out, like she literally, like I said, she just literally was telling the other girl that was in the room that she tired of doing that. She don't want to do that stuff no more, and her man don't like that situation. And she had just told her boyfriend that, you know, she's finished dancing for the night and she finna come and meet up with him or whatever, and she'll be where he at in like an hour. Cool. This heifer turned right around and was like, hey girl, how you doing? And she was like, I'm good, what's up? You know, she said, I already know you want some, what's up? This girl rolled up on her and was like, yeah, so you want to make some extra money? I know somebody just called me, and they are hosting some kind of party or something, and you know, we could be in and out, and we'll be back here by like 3:30. Keep in mind, y'all, it's like, I forgot what time it was, like, but it would be hours and hours past the time that she told old dude that she was gonna meet up with him. So I'm like, what are you talking about? She was like, I'm telling you, it's gonna be worth your while, whatever. And so she was like, well, what am I supposed to do? I just told my boyfriend, I just told my man that I'm gonna be over there in an hour. So she was like, you know, go ahead, do what you gotta do. I'm trying to tell you, you can make this good money. There's some good money you can make right now, whatever. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, girl. So then we go to the next scene. Right now, I don't really care. There's this girl named Deanna, and apparently she's supposed to be bougie, and she's meeting up with two of her other friends, one of which her name is Tiffany, and this other girl, she gets drunk. I don't know what her name is. I'm waiting to see if it pop up. Y'all, but anyway, they supposed to be meeting and talking. Girl, it ain't enough for me to discuss about it. Like, it's just so blah. Like, I don't care. Y'all, anyway, so fast forward to the next scene. The next scene is about old girl that started off this whole episode. She's meeting up with her girlfriend. I'm gathering from the way that they're talking, this is a new situation for the two of them. The girl who was just in the bed, this is new for her. I guess this is her first gay relationship, lesbian relationship. And she was like, I don't understand why he came in. Apparently he does have a key. And so basically the conversation went nowhere. And then it's crazy because old girl sat up there and read the food, because wherever she ordered from, she said the food was trash. I was just like, oh my gosh, she wouldn't even eat though. The other girl, she was so upset that she just kept like picking at her food like she was cutting it. But she was just like that upset. And she was like, well, yeah, I'm upset. And so, you know, she kept trying to get answers out of old girl, but she didn't really give much. So I was just like, what was the point of you wanting to have dinner with her when you weren't even going to explain yourself and the situation? Like, how does this dude still have a key to the place? You know, what's going on? Y'all, anyway, so then the next scene come on. And the gay dude, his name is Ralph. Y'all, you might as well say he's like, what's his name? Mr. Ray. I get a Mr. Ray vibe from him, I guess, if you want to kind of compare him to anybody else of the other people that you've seen on these Real Housewives and Love and Hip Hop type of shows or whatever. Yeah, so he's meeting up with, let me see. Y'all, I forgot what her name is. The first girl that was doing the audition. I was about to say somebody's name from a whole other show. I'm trying not, Shadoa. I think is what her name is. I think that's what, I probably just screwed her name out. Anyway, the girl who was auditioning, he's meeting up with her and the bougie girl from the scene. I told y'all it was boring, like it ain't even worth it. Anyway, they all meeting up because this other girl is having a housewarming. She moved and she got a condo. So they're at this place trying to look for something to get as housewarming gifts for her. So they're talking and just talking about who all gonna be there and the atmosphere. And like I said, like there's apparently some beef that's going on between the gay guy and this girl named Lyric. So then they end up, they make it seem like, okay, they were finished at that place and they went out to eat somewhere. Y'all, if they had to put this in, I was going to read this heifer all the way down. So they were eating at this place. You know how like you go places and they have chips and salsa. This heifer was sitting at the table while people were talking before she really started getting into the conversation. And she kept double dipping her chips. And I mean, the way she was eating, her lips and everything was literally like touching everything and putting it directly into the sauce. And I was like, I kept looking. I was like, is anybody about to eat out of this salsa with her? Because I know I wouldn't, not unless she was my woman. But like I said, she's a side chick. Like she do the most too. Y'all, so anyway, they were over there discussing a fight that she and some other person had. Apparently, whoever the girl was, she had an issue with her. And then one of the most disrespectful things you could do, which is spit on somebody. That's what she did. The girl spit on her. So the girl commenced to get her behind beat. Ralph, being the messy queen, I guess, if he's one of those that likes to go by that he is, he sat up there and was recording the whole situation. So they actually had playback of when that situation happened. So, you know, they were discussing that and how they don't really want to run into all these certain people at the thing. But like I said, within the episode, old girl was like, you know, I've been double dipping my chips and, you know, I do all kinds of things with my mouth. So I was just like, oh my gosh. Y'all, so anyway, they go to the next scene and old girl that was supposed to meet up with her boyfriend. His name is Noah and her name is Storm. So he's at I guess he does stuff at a nightclub too, or she told him to meet him there. Anyway, he was waiting on her. I thought she said she was going to meet him at work. That's why I was confused. I'm like, why? I guess because maybe he's a bouncer. I don't know. But he wants her to not do all this stuff anymore. So she was like, yeah, I'm about to pop up on him at his job with either nothing or little to nothing up under this trench coat. So, you know, she's talking to him, was like, yeah, I know you upset about the other night. I'm so sorry. I had to work over, all this other stuff. So then she gonna eventually, you know, take her little trench coat off. And she had like a little bra and panty set up under there. And I was just like, what kind of job is this that you can just whoop your clothes off and do that? And I mean, this was broad daylight by this time. So I was like, hell, for the sun came up though. But the sun came up. The sun came up though, ma'am. So y'all, I was tired. All right, y'all. So the bougie girl, I don't know why I forgot her name all of a sudden. She ended, no. Is it her or somebody? Anyway, this girl ended up meeting up with this guy at this like bar. This like wings or whatever type place. A little casual place to eat. So she's, like, ooh, I want to invite you to this housewarming. I think this is her housewarming. And so apparently she's playing the field. She got a whole new dude. And this guy who y'all actually know, you just look him up. I'm not going to say what he does outside of him being like on the comedic side. Because I kept looking at him and I'm like, what? She kept saying his name. And I was like, they're actually using, I guess, his stage name. He goes by Carrie Boy. And I know that y'all have heard of him. So now that, and it's funny, this just dawned on me. I'm like, well, is he called Carrie Boy because he's from Cary, North Carolina? Or, what? Maybe that's what it is because I never looked into that. Y'all, anyway, so she's, like I said, she met up with him because she's cool with him. And was like, oh, well, don't bring him. And, like, she was adamant, like, don't bring your friend. Like, apparently the dude is his best friend. Like, the guy, Carrie Boy, he's like a YouTube sensation. He does stuff on Facebook, I think. Of course, he does stuff on Instagram and stuff now. But I'm almost positive he started on Vine. But yeah, he does like comedy type of stuff, like little skits and stuff like that. I haven't really paid attention to him lately, but I know he's done a whole lot of hilarious things, and I've known of him for quite some time. But I was like, wait a minute, why he look familiar and why his name sound familiar? But yeah, he is from like YouTube and all that stuff. So he's on here and I'm just like, okay. Y'all, so anyway, like I said, she made a point to tell him, don't bring your homeboy, he was like, you got a problem with him or something now? And she's like, no, I ain't got no problem with him. Just don't bring him. So, she's not explaining to him the reason why, which is, like I said, she has a whole new dude. And he's going to be at the housewarming. Y'all, so the day of the housewarming comes and everybody who didn't want whoever to show up, the people showed up. And I'm just like, oh, gosh. And then including old girl, Bricks, the white girl, the person who she was not happy to see ended up showing up. And she's in her feelings and she was like, well, either you have to leave or I'm going to have to leave, because it had just got to the point where everybody eventually, whoever would pop up that they had beef with for whatever reason, they was like, man, I ain't got time for this. The girl had to be like, look, ain't nobody going nowhere. This is my housewarming. Ain't nobody going nowhere. Let her stay over there. You stay over here. I want all y'all here at my house. So then it was funny because the dude, Carrie Boy, ended up inviting his friend anyway. He walked in and old girl was just looking like, what are you doing here? And dude just walked in like, yeah, anyway, hey, bye, and kept on going. And I was just like, how you walking? Y'all just have to see the way he did it. I was just so tired, y'all. But people, y'all, it was weird because, like I said, she was having a housewarming thing, but she had like this random guy over there. I guess he was a cook that she catered out to have him literally come there and be cooking stuff on the stove. He looked so odd. They kept showing him, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Y'all, so, that was the gist of it, and people just was pulling other people to the side. And like the dude, Ralph, the gay guy, he had issues with the girl Lyric, but it was all based off of some foolishness. So the situation is, one day she sent him a message and was like, are you doing hair? He said no. And so he was in his feelings because she went on social media and was like, my friends are looking for hairstylists. And so he was like, I don't know. So apparently what happened was, somebody told her that he was not available. He said what the situation was that when he said to her, no, he wasn't doing hair, he was saying he wasn't doing hair in that moment. But he's always, he's always doing hair. He's still a hairstylist or whatever. So there was a misunderstanding with that. And so somebody in the room was the person who, perpetrated the information. It just ended up going kind of left or whatever. Y'all, it was just misunderstandings left and right. And I was just like, Lord. So then it basically ended with old girls, both of her dudes being in the house at the same time. And she trying to figure out how she gonna maneuver that. And I'm just like, you dumb. Y'all, but anyway. I don't know about this. I think the next episode is supposed to drop tonight. Around an hour or two from now. So I don't know if I'm gonna watch it or not, because when I tell y'all I have so many shows, there are so many shows. But anyway, y'all, I don't know if I'm gonna come back with something else or not, because I do have a few other things that I did want to record. Anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. Take it easy. Bye, y'all.